Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Roslyn Adams and I'm happy to have you all back here. Okay, today I will be discussing a very interesting topic. I will be talking about my Canada port of entry experience. What were the questions asked and what were the documents required? This will in a kind of way prepare the mind of those who will be coming in here very soon. Okay, so let's go straight into it. Hello, welcome back to my channel. To my returning subscribers, you guys knows already you are the best. Thank you for always coming back. And if this is your first time on my channel, please don't just watch it. Kindly click on the subscribe icon and even on the notification bell to know when I post new videos. Help my ministry, Thank you. All right, so finally, after a very long flight, oh my god, flight of over 20 hours plus layover, we finally arrived at Toronto. Okay, they say it's not Toronto, it's Toronto. But pardon me, I'll still maintain my Toronto before I get used to the Toronto. Okay, so we arrived at the Pearson International Airport after a long flight. We were expectant, high hopes, happy in spite of being tired and knackered. Imagine, our body hurts. Imagine as adults then how much more the children. But of course, we're just happy, we couldn't wait for that word. Welcome to Canada. We took a long walk down the halls, we took lifts and the rest, which ushered us to a very big hall, which is called the PIK, that is the Primary Inspection Kiosk. In this hall are different arrays of computers. At this point, you will be doing it yourself. It's a self-assessment point before you meet with the immigration officers. So it's more like a e-assessment or e-clearance point. We even tried asking an officer to help us. So it's like, it's self-explanatory, go and do it yourself. So the computers are divided into different sections. There are sections for citizens and permanent residents, and even the general section and the rest. So now initial gira, we are permanent residents. We went to the section for permanent residents. It asks us to present our card, our PR card. Of course, we don't have PR card. And then if you don't have PR card, your passport as citizen. So we thought, okay, they already have our information. We are permanent resident. Let's try our passport. So try scanning our Nigerian passports. It did not work. It was at that point we knew, okay, this one is not for us. We are not yet cleared. So we had to go to the general point. So at this point, this is where you will be declaring everything you came to Canada with. It's more like a e-custom point. So we started with scanning our passport. So it will be giving you prompts on the screen, and then you answer as the questions come. So we answered all the questions, scanned our passport, and then we also declare at this point. Yes, there's option of arrive can. We didn't explore it, where you can declare what you'll be coming in with, your talk about everything you'll be importing. But since we didn't do that beforehand, we declared everything we came with. So we registered as a family. Okay, so answered all the questions, the promptings on the computer, and then asked us for our fingerprints. We printed our fingers, took our fingerprints, and also a picture, took our photograph from the camera on the computer. So after declaring everything and answering all the questions, he's going to print a receipt, just a little paper like this, more called a receipt, which you will be taking to the main immigration officer. So when you are done, you'll be led, it's very straightforward. You'll be led to another hall where there are different officers waiting to receive you and to ask you questions. The setting is more like a typical Nigerian banking hall setting, where you'll be on the queue, and then when the next officer is free, calls for the next customer. So it's just, that's the picture I can paint. So you'll be on the queue when it's your turn, or when you're free to go, you go to the next officer. And that is where your fate is being determined, because it's up to the officer to know whether you are welcome into Canada or you'll be turned back, God forbid. So at that point, we already had our documents ready for judgment time. Okay, so when it was our turn, they will ask to know who the main applicant is, and in my case, I am the one. So ask for our co-PR, paper, that's confirmation of PR paper, our passport, and those were just the two things they asked us for. Okay, but we also had our booking our tickets, because we have another flight to join after everything. That was Toronto, was not our final destination, so we had those documents ready and told the rest to go and sit down, and I was to face him. When he checked for us, we had received our PR like 7 months earlier, so we had like a month to the final deadline to enter. So it's like, what took us so long? Why we just come in? So I had to explain to him we are in the UK, we had to take our time, prepare and all of that. I said okay. So basically at that point, they will check our passport, and then he brought out a form with different questions, and then he started asking me questions like, are you wanted somewhere? Like maybe you have a previous criminal record, maybe they are looking for you in another country. Is there reasons for you not to be granted entrance into Canada? Which reason? Make I hear. No reason, no. Nobody they look for me and all of that. So I answered for myself. And he also brought out like two other forms. So he brought out forms for the kids, which I also answered. And then he asked me to go sit down, call my spouse, and then also ask him some questions. Yeah, I also had to sign the form after responding to all the questions. I responded for myself and the children, and then called my spouse to answer his own questions, after which it was signed. And then he asked us to go sit down. So we had to sit for like, I think about 15 minutes waiting for him to get back to us. I didn't know what he did. Maybe they had to do a background check. I don't know. Only God knows what we were doing. So after a while, he called us to come back. And then, so basically he also asked us if we have a permanent address where we're going to. So on our co-PR, we had a different province we had earlier declared to be our destination, but at that point we had already changed our mind for another place. So we told him and asked if we had an address where they will be sending our PR card to, and that it mustn't be an address of an Airbnb. Thank God we had a permanent address, so we gave it to him and all of that, confirmed the postcode and everything. And then the almighty word we have been waiting for: welcome to Canada. And then he stamped our PR card for myself, my husband and the kids, and we could see the joy on our faces, and then we even forgot that we were tired and all of that. And then he said, congratulations, welcome to Canada. And we were led to another place. Another group of people were waiting for us. He gave us a kind of a very short, orientation on what to expect, things to register for, benefits, and the rest. Just gave us, a general orientation. And we're also able to do our social insurance number. We got it at the airport, and all of that, because you'll be needing it for virtually anything. You see that your co-PR card, keep it very well, because you'll be needing it for virtually everything. You want to open bank account, you want to register with library, you want to do this, you want to buy me, and then even your social insurance number, you need that before you can get a phone number in Canada. So it's just very very straightforward process, and thank God, and that was how we were able to skate through at the border. So basically we only asked for our passport and our co-PR, but some people said they also asked them for their proof of fund. Just make sure you have everything ready. Your co-PR is that letter that comes with your visa. You'll be needing it for virtually everything before your PR card comes, so keep it very well. So if you have questions, feel free to drop it in the comment section. As usual, I will be responding to the best of my knowledge. So till next time when I will be coming your way again. Before I go, if you have not subscribed, you're doing the wrong thing. Please ensure to click on the subscribe button. I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye bye.